I'm going to give you these last two together because they are complete BS, and these are myths created by people who have an agenda. First one is that married men are healthier and live longer than single men. That is absolutely not the case. That is just not the case. Now maybe if you're including divorced men with single men, maybe in that situation that could be true. That men who remained married and did not get divorced lived longer, because obviously their relationships would have been happier. And divorced men, obviously, they're going through trauma of epic proportions, and they're going to, in many cases, turn to drugs and alcohol to get through it. So certainly I can see that. But guys who stay single their entire lives tend to be very, very happy. Debu, come back. Debu! That's a good dog. All right, the second one is that married men accumulate more wealth than single men. That is BS too. That is completely untrue. A smart single man who manages his money well and prioritizes achieving wealth in his lifetime will have a much easier time of accumulating wealth than a married man. What happens to men when they get married is they're forced to grow up. They're forced to take responsibility. And that used to be the case for making a man a man. Like marriage made a man a man. If you are a mature man and you have a clear vision for your life, and that vision involves accumulating wealth, and you start that process relatively early in your life, you will achieve that. You will achieve it. The thing is, you're going to have to give up on being an idiot. You can't just hang out with your buds and drink all the time and waste all your money on stupid shit. You've got to actually be an adult man. Most young guys these days really struggle with that concept of what it means to be an adult man. And that's why they end up getting married, because they are expecting this woman to make them into an adult. And in a way, she'll do that. She will absolutely do that. But you will regret it. You will realize at some point that you could have made this choice and done a much better job on your own without any of her help. You don't need a woman's input to be a man. You really don't. You really don't. So don't put yourself in that position.